Welcome to KCTV English News. I'm Hyung Shim. Two second airport opposition committees held a press conference at the Provincial Council on Tuesday and argued that an environmental impact assessment on the island's new airport conducted by the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport is insufficient. Committee members said that the ministry had scaled back the survey area and that no summer ecological study had been conducted. They also stressed that the survey on caves in the planned site of the construction is unreliable as it relies on literary references and is limited to rudimentary field research. They announced that they will block the assessment briefing session scheduled on July 11th. Another anti-second airport committee comprised of residents in Onpyeongri Seongsanip held a rally in front of the provincial government office during which they shaved their heads in protest. This symbolic gesture is meant to emphasize demands that construction of the new airport sees. Governor Won Hee-ryong asked Seoul to provide state funding to Jeju in order to resolve major local issues, including a project of modernizing the Dodu sewage treatment plant. Governor Won visited the Ministry of Economy and Finance in Sejong City on Tuesday and asked for its cooperation to fund the Dodu sewage treatment plant modernization project, which has been exempted from preliminary feasibility studies. He also stressed that Seoul's policy of subsidizing shipping costs of agricultural goods is not in place, even though it was one of President Moon Jae-in's presidential pledges. He asked the ministry officials to subsidize shipping costs for vegetables from this winter. Governor Won called for an expansion of balanced development budget allocations for Jeju as the amount of the budget Jeju receives is smaller than other local governments. The ministry responded to devise measures to address it. Local schools will begin their summer vacation starting with Hyodong Middle School on July 12th. The length of the vacation period is determined at the discretion of school principals. Seogibok Elementary School and Seogibok Jungang Elementary School have the longest vacations at 54 days. Sinchon Elementary School, Samsung Girls High School, Seogibok Girls High School, and Seogibok Onsong School have the shortest at 18 days. A grouting method which blocks groundwater contaminants is showing effects. The provincial government surveyed 2 underground water wells in Hangyongmyeon and Hallmup that applied grouting technology last year. It found that nitrate nitrogen concentration was 38% lower than before it was used. The province plans to spend 300 million won this year to expand grouting application to 6 underground water wells with high nitrate nitrogen levels in Hallym. Grouting is a method of blocking the passage of contaminants along the underground water line. The local electric energy demand is forecasted to hit a new record this summer. The Jeju branch of the Korea Power Exchange said even though the energy demand was stable during April and May, it increased by 3.6% during the period compared to the same period last year. It added if this trend continues, the demand is expected to be over 1 million kilowatts this summer. Last summer, local electric energy demand peaked at 940,000 kilowatts, with hitting a new record 3 times. Archival documents show that at the end of the Pacific War, the island served as Japanese military base. Researchers and witnesses say that for the first time, Japan set up and ran comfort stations for its troops in Jeju at the time for 4 months from April 1945. Todd Thacker reports.
This tin-roofed house is near Seongsan Sunrise Peak, on the east side of the island. It is a building commonly found on Jeju. However, this particular house holds dark memories for one island resident, Mr. Oh Shi-jong. He says that when he was 16, the house was a so-called comfort station for Japanese troops stationed here during the end of the Pacific War. The Jeju National University Peace Institute recently released a paper detailing the existence of 2 comfort stations in the Seongsan area. It is based on the testimony of area residents, on-site investigations, and Japanese historical records. Researchers say that Japan set up and ran comfort stations for its troops here for 4 months from April 1945. There is testimony that 6 or 7 women and girls, including Jeju residents, were forced into sexual slavery for a kamikaze unit being trained here. It is a historical fact that Japan operated such stations in Japan, China, and other parts of Asia, but this is the first time that Jeju has been mentioned. It should be noted that no physical evidence remains to prove that the houses were used in this way by Japanese troops. During this period, records from a Japanese military unit state that Gosan, on the far west of the island, was, quote, no place to spend spare time. Researchers say that this indicates comfort stations may have been on the opposite side of the island at Seongsan. Researchers said that they held their press conference now because Mr. Oh is in poor health, and that the timing during current diplomatic tensions between Korea and Japan is merely coincidental. Todd Thacker, KCTV.
Don't miss out on the epic Samda Park Night concert. Join us every Friday night through August 23rd. Enjoy a unique and modern take on the works of Gustav Klimt and Hundertwasser at the new Bunker de Lumière. Enjoy weekly concerts and other artistic performances in the heart of Old Jeju City. The Seongu Bridge Concert Series combines music with one of Seogwipo's architectural highlights. Taking a look at our weather, the skies will be cloudy throughout Thursday. We expect very strong winds, so please take care. For more details, here's your forecast. The morning low in Jeju City will be 22 and the afternoon high will be at 27 degrees. Down south in Seogwipo will also have a low of 22 in the morning and a high at 27 in the afternoon. We'll also have same temperatures in Seongsan at 22 in the morning, warming up to 27 degrees. Across the island in Gosan, we expect a low of 21 and a high of 25 degrees. And up on the mountain at Songpanak, we'll hit a low at 17, topping off at 22 degrees. Out on the water, winds will be out of the northwest and north at a speed of 8 to 60 meters per second, with seas between 1 and 4 meters. And here's what's coming up. Thank you for joining us today. Please find us on YouTube at KCTV News Jeju and on KCTV's VOD service. 시청해주신 여러분 고맙습니다.